Are you wondering how to teach online courses? There is no better place than teaching online. I have been blessed with being able to teach online around the world. In different countries, with different cultures, the experience of teaching changes and evolves, and it's absolutely wonderful. I am always looking for that next experience. But now, I started teaching online about 10 years ago, and it's changed everything for me. I find that teaching online is the most amazing space to teach, the most amazing place to connect with your students, because it enables you to connect with students around the world. In this video, we'll show you our simple 3-step process and where to start on your journey to teaching online. I'll show you why teaching in the online world is both fun and addictive. And at the end of this video, I'll show you 3 things your online course must have if you want to succeed. Whether you're new to teaching or just new to teaching in the online space, there are 3 things you have to keep in mind when you're starting to design your course. Or even if you're stepping into someone else's course, these are the 3 things you have to understand before you can start delivering your message. So buckle up, here we go. First, I tell you this all the time, my visibility hackers, know your audience. Whether you're developing motivational speeches or you're teaching a class, knowing your audience is absolutely essential. So what is their current level of understanding? What are they interested in? What is it that brings them to this space where they're learning? These are things you have to understand so that you can deliver the right message to them. The second thing you absolutely have to understand is what is that tangible result at the end of your course? Regardless if we're teaching in person or we're teaching online, we have to understand what is it that they're going to have, do, or become at the end of this course. That is the X on the map, on the treasure map of your course. We want to make sure we understand what that absolute tangible result is at the end of our program. And because of that, we'll then be able to design the roadmap that helps our people get there. We intuitively, instinctually know this, a lot of us as teachers, when we're in person, teaching face-to-face. But there's something different that we need to at least understand the roadmap when we're designing things online, because we can go so much further. Teaching in the online space not only gives us the ability to recreate that in-person experience, that interaction between teacher and student, but it also enables us to go a little bit deeper, get a little bit richer of an experience, augment that reality, supplement their learning, embrace all of the senses when we teach. When we have our roadmap, that enables us to focus instead of on those things that come innately to us. It enables us to put more of our energies to doing new and creative things, becoming familiar and becoming masters of new skills. And don't worry, you do not have to do this on your own. We are here for you. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Join us here on the channel. We release new videos every week, helping you and your small business level up your influence, your authority, and your income. Whether you're creating courses, running coaching programs, or anything in between, we got your back. I said it. Teaching online and learning online is both fun and addictive. And we do this on purpose, actually. We want to make it fun because we want our people to keep coming back, and we want to play on those addiction centers simply for our benefit so that our people keep coming back for more. And remember, we're basing everything on that tangible result at the end of the program, right? We're making sure that no matter what our journey is, we get people results. So as they're going through that journey, what are they experiencing? As your students make their way through your course, make sure that you have opportunities to reward them. Give them little badges or milestones. Give them a pat on the back. Give them a shout out. Give them something to reach for. Yes, they're going to be reaching for this ultimate tangible result, but trying to make that leap, trying to constantly, every day, no matter how hard the obstacles are in front of them, always looking and trying to strive for that tangible result can be kind of disheartening in some cases. So we want to make sure that we're building in these micro milestones along the way. These opportunities for them to say, I'm not trying to get to 100 days, I'm just trying to get to day 1. And then I'm going to get to day 2. And then I'm going to celebrate 5 days. Then I'm going to celebrate 10 days. Then I'm going to celebrate 15 days, and so on and so forth. That's how we break down a really big goal into small, micro, bite-sized pieces. And it's addictive because, well, this is known as what we call gamification, creating a game out of the experience. So we're learning, yes, but half of our brain is also focused on playing the game and moving forward in the game. It plays to a different part of our brain, a more animalistic side of our brain, that side of our brain that wants to solve puzzles, that wants to keep pushing, that wants to unlock that next door. That is the part of the brain that keeps us motivated even when we feel like we don't really feel like it. That's the cool part about celebrating those milestones, building that gamification into your program. Have you ever been in a program that had a really cool gamification? Or maybe you've seen gamification in action somewhere else. Let us know down in the comments. I'd love to see your examples. All right, you probably think that the course market is saturated, and yes, it is pretty full, but it's pretty full of people doing the exact same thing. So if you want your course to stand out from the crowd, if you want your course to have something that's not only going to get your people's attention, but keep them motivated through the experience, your program needs to have these 3 things. First, it has to have a graduation ceremony. You have to build into your general visibility program multiple graduations throughout the year. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe a couple more. But these are your opportunities to publicly celebrate those who have made it through your course. They then stand as testimonials and case studies for those on the fence. We also can celebrate those students and nurture them up to the next level of our programs. Building in those graduations is not only fun, but it's a way to pat your students on the back. The second thing you have to have are more celebrations. Graduation marks a milestone that they've completed the course, but does that mean they're done with you and your movement? If you incorporate these celebrations and awards and ways of marking their success throughout your program, that is also a fantastic way to keep your people coming back for more. A course is more than just a course. Remember, we're not just recreating the experience of being in person, we're doing something so much bigger. So much bigger. And that's what we can do when we celebrate the successes of our people, regardless of where they are. I even like to build in places to celebrate my students succeeding in their badges, to publicly celebrate them acquiring that new piece of knowledge, overcoming that obstacle, making it through that challenge, becoming bigger and better and greater on the other side of it. Find ways in your community to celebrate. And if you find them, let us know down in the comments. And hey, why not, while you're at it, hit the subscribe button, join us here on the channel. We'd love to see you here. The third thing that you need to build into your course are shoutouts. So if we take graduations as a marker, a key milestone to celebrate, we talk about celebrations as celebrating all of those successes. We also want to build in the smallest of those, which are shoutouts. Well, you have your live show, which we talk about in many of our videos. When you have your live show, that's when you can constantly be building that community of your ideal customers, your dream clients, your ideal students, and your graduates. You can all have them together to celebrate all of each other's milestones. When you have a shout out, that pats people on the back. I remember I teach rock climbing and I put people into positions that kind of freak them out a little bit. We find that sometimes people are great climbing all the way up, but once they get to the top, they get a little bit nervous, they get a little bit scared of heights, and they reach what we call their panic zone. A lot of people are either in their panic zone. When they're listening to you, they might also be in their bored zone. Both of these places are dangerous for our people to be in because they stop listening to us. They stop hearing our message. No matter how great our graphics are, they stop listening at this point. So if we want to keep them retained, just like when I'm rock climbing, the easiest way to snap someone out of that phase is to call them by name. I don't know what it is in our brains, but that will instantly snap people out of it. And the same thing works for live streaming. When you have your show and you call someone out, you shout someone out, they recognize their name, they hear you. Whether they're in panic zone or they're in bored zone or they're in that space between conversion where they're still pre-conversion, they're still not really knowing if they want to move from that place of indecision to decision. And so what you need to do is make sure that you build in opportunities to shout out your people. Call them by name, celebrate their successes, award them for their progress. So let's talk about live show for a sec. You can build your live show. It's super easy. We'll teach you all about it. But first you have to analyze your live content because we don't bring in people who aren't comfortable going live. You need to make sure that you're already creating content. So go do that. If you've already done that, then make sure that you click the links down below and download the live stream analysis. This is what we're going to look through your content with. We're going to deeply analyze the content that you're producing for your people. And then we're going to give it a score because that brings the magnifying glass up. That gives us something to look at, a measure to mark from. Because we can always improve from there. No matter what your score is. If you honestly don't feel like it reflects the quality of your brand, that's totally okay. That's actually the greatest kind of invitation. I want you to join us for Live Academy. We're going to help you level up that visibility, build that live show, get your people connected. Whether you connect it directly to your course, whether it's exclusive for only your students, or you do our full program and you incorporate it into your wider audience and use it to nurture people into your programs. That's how it works the best. That's truly how it works the best. Well, anyways, I want you guys to join us for Live Academy. So click the links down below, do your live stream analysis, join us for Live Academy. We will see you in there. And in the meantime, my friends, as per usual, check out one of these videos, and I will see you in our next one. Until then, remember, I love you, be excellent to each other, and just go live.